Hello everybody, what is going on? It is Munch818 or Ian back here with another video. In today's video, we are going to be covering my Dreamhack Valencia predictions. So, to get this started off, I just want to remind you that I will be predicting all 3 days. But if there are upsets in day 1 or day 2, I will not know about them now. So these will just be my guesses, and my day 2 predictions will be based off my day 1 predictions, and my day 3 predictions will be based off of my day 2 and day 1 predictions. So I just want to encourage you all to subscribe, so every time I post a video you can be reminded, because if you guys haven't watched some of my previous Dreamhack predictions, I think I've only done it this far on Dallas, but I do one very long prediction day today, and then after day 1, I predict day 2 and day 3 based on what happened on day 1, and then after day 2, I predict day 3 based on what happened on the first 2 days. So, I'm encouraging you, please subscribe so you know when those videos come out. Usually they come out pretty late. It will be a little bit earlier than Dallas because Valencia is in Europe, and usually the Europe tournaments start a little earlier and a little bit earlier. So I don't know exactly when it's going to end, but I'm guessing if I'm lucky, those videos will be out roughly 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night. It will be a little bit later because I will be working that Friday night. Usually the Friday night video is pretty late, and then Saturday it will probably be around 9 to 10, but Friday probably like 12 to 1 Eastern a.m. But make sure to subscribe and check that out, and without further ado, let's go right to the video. Alright everybody, welcome back. We are going to be starting off with day 1, Group A. This is going to be pretty rapid fire on day 1 and day 2. I'm just going to be giving you upset potentials, but especially day 1, it's going to be really rapid fire, and you guys will catch the hang of it, because there aren't really going to be a lot of upsets or even potential for upsets. We pretty much know that the first 4 seeds from groups are going to make it into day 2, with the exception of some 5 seeds and like 1 or 2 6 seeds. So let's just get right into it. I'm not actually going to be doing score reports, just who will win the match. So I have Vitality over Bremen Esports, then Splice over Ground Zero, Complexity over Mount Gang, TSM over Notorious. Then I'm moving up to the upper bracket, finish this off. We're going to have Vitality over Splice and TSM over Complexity, just because they have more experience on a LAN stage. Mainly the only upset is Splice versus Ground Zero could be an upset. Ground Zero didn't look very good at LAN at all, but obviously Splice didn't even make it to LAN. They're actually in the RLRS now. But I feel like I'm giving Splice a little bit of the benefit of the doubt making it to day 2, especially because I'm not giving their other counterparts that ended up in the RLRS nearly as much credit. But Ground Zero just didn't look that good at all, and I think Splice will have been boot camping pretty hard, not having to dealing with a lot of travel stuff that Ground Zero has. So we're going to go Ground Zero beats Bremen. We're going to have Notorious beat Mount Gain. I don't really know either of these guys, but just strictly because Notorious is the 6th seed and Mount Gang is the 7th seed. And then obviously Complexity over Ground Zero, like I've said before, and Splice. So these are your teams I have moving on to day 2 from Group A. Vitality is Group A winner 1, TSM is winner 2, Complexity is loser 1, and Splice is loser 2. Now let's get to Group B. Group B is not as stacked as some of the other groups, but I do think there should be exciting games, so we're just going to start it off. Cloud9, obviously, we have winning there. And then Veloce versus Renegades. I think this is going to actually be a very good match because Veloce, a good amount of experience among them, and Renegades kind of bouncing out of RLCS LAN. I know I'm not giving a lot of credit to these Oceanic teams, guys, but that's just because they did not play well at LAN. I think Renegades might have taken like 2 or 3 games in total, but they didn't win a match and they didn't make day 3 of LAN. So I'm going to be giving it to Veloce, especially because of how they just performed in the promotion playoffs. They actually are going to be in the RLCS for this next season, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty exciting. Then Triple Trouble beats Crazy Crew. PSG beats Childish Gambim Bam. And then we have Cloud9 winning out here. And I'm actually going to give this one to PSG. PSG is looking like a great team. Even though Triple Trouble beat them the last time they played, I think that PSG is going to be a little more familiar to a LAN environment, even though this is only Triple Trouble's second LAN. Remember, last LAN, they were all rookies to an RLCS stage, and I'm pretty sure to a LAN stage. I might be mistaken. And then the bottom 4 seeds, Renegades beat them here, and then the 6 beats the 7 seed just for the last reason. I don't really know either of these teams. And then I have Triple Trouble winning it out and Veloce winning out. So the top 4 teams and upset potential in this group is just anything with Renegades in it. Renegades could be Triple Trouble, Renegades could be Veloce if they are feeling good, if they have cleared up some of the problems that they saw at the World Championship. I'm really pulling for them. I'm a really big Oceanic fan. If you guys didn't know, I'm kind of a fanboy ever since Season 3. Season 3 was my real first season of ever watching. I watched Season 2, but I only watched the World Championships, and that's why I'm such a big Flipside and Cookser fan, because they were kind of the first team I ever really saw win. But ever since Season 3, I've been a huge fan. So let's get on to Group C. Group C is looking a little more stacked than Group A and Group B, but I do think there are some surefire wins here. G2 with an easy win over High Five. This is an upset potential. Method going to their promotional playoffs and not even making it to promotional playoffs. I'm pretty sure they took 3rd in the European RLRS, so that's the reason I have Ghost coming over them. And I think Ghost is going to be looking a little bit better than they actually were just a little bit of time ago because, you know, they were a new roster in RLCS Season 7, and they actually didn't get relegated. They played good enough coming around the end of the season, not making the World Championship, but I think they will have gotten some more experience with each other, especially in tournaments, and I think they will be looking better. And then the Bricks versus Aeriality. The Bricks looking better. Aeriality isn't really the old Aeriality of the Tylacto and Flame and all those guys, but I do think that they might be an upset team. You never know. And then FC Barcelona versus Helios. That's a no-brainer. And then we have G2 and FC Barcelona, 2 of the top teams in the world. They're obviously G2 just taking 2nd at Worlds, and FC Barcelona being well established as probably the 2nd best team in Europe. Maybe not after the World Championship performance, but they still played well, and they technically tied for 2nd place among the Europeans. Method, I have beating High Five Gaming. Helios, I have beating Aeriality. And then I have the Bricks beating Method and Ghost Gaming. So the top 4 teams there. Only upsets I'd be looking at here is any game with Method in it. And then Aeriality and Helios might be sort of a dark horse team that we didn't really see in Dallas, but they might be one of the dark horse teams in Valencia. Now let's get on to Group D. Now Group D is looking the most stacked to me for one main reason. I think their 5th seed is the best. Chiefs is a very good team, even though they weren't at the World Championship. They're still looking like a solid team, and I think Chiefs and Renegades are obviously the 2 best 5th seeds and the 2 best teams from Oceania or Australia. But let's just get right into this. NRG Esports over Servette. I have Randy Gibbons River Rats, if that's what the RG stands for. You guys know this is going to be Corrupted G, Classics, and Turbo Pulsa. He's subbing in for them. RG's River Rats over Chiefs. And then Dignitas over Phil. Rogue over RC de Español. I don't really know what that is. I just saw it, and I put their name down. NRG over RG's River Rats. And then Dignitas over Rogue. Or no, Rogue over Dignitas, because I don't know how good Dignitas is actually looking. It appears now that their sub is going to be Snasky, and he's really not looking that fresh, as he has been kind of a coach for like a year at this point. Or maybe a season or 2 seasons, I don't know. But Chiefs over Servette, pretty easy. And then RC de Español over Phil, just because the higher seed, just like always. And then I have RG's River Rats over RC de Español. And this is actually my only upset pick, my only non-1st through 4th seed, my only 5th seed that's going to make it. I'm going to have Chiefs over Dignitas here. Dignitas looking like a great team with Turbo Pulsa. We're going to see how they look without Turbo Pulsa. Obviously, we've heard a lot of rumors about Turbo Pulsa coming to the Americas for good and NA for good. But let's just see what we have here with this Dignitas team. I don't think they're going to actually make it to day 3, or to day 2, but I do think that Chiefs is actually looking like a good team here. Obviously, they didn't make it to Worlds, but still a high-class Oceanic team. Now let's get to day 2. Back here with day 2 Group A, we are going to be starting it out nice and easy. Vitality versus Veloce, the battle of the V's. Vitality will be winning against Veloce. Now, this is going to be the same thing as day 1. We are going to be just doing who wins and who loses, no score reports. PSG versus Complexity, I have PSG winning here. NRG versus Ghost, NRG. FC Barcelona versus Chiefs, FC Barcelona. Now, keep in mind, literally all of these could be upsets. Day 1, very few upsets to be had. I would say potential upsets, maybe 4 to 6 matches. Every single one of these games could be upsets because every single one of these teams are probably in the top 20 in the world. I probably wouldn't say that the top 16 are going to make it through. That would be ideal. That's the point of this tournament, but it's not going to be perfect. Now, Vitality versus PSG, we have Vitality going through, and NRG versus FC Barcelona, NRG going through. Even though they finished the same at Worlds, FC Barcelona, I believe, lost to Cloud9. I'm pretty sure lost to Cloud9. And NRG actually lost to Vitality, the champions, so they just lost a little bit earlier in the tournament. Veloce versus Complexity is going to be a good game, and Complexity was the one that went through to the RLCS, so I'm going to be picking them here. And then Ghost Gaming versus Chiefs, I'm going to be picking Ghost Gaming. Now, these are going to be who makes it and who breaks it games. So we have FC Barcelona versus Complexity. You already know I'm picking FC Barcelona. They're too good not to pick at this point. And then PSG versus Ghost Gaming. Ghost needs a little bit more work. PSG goes to the final day. Now, let's head over to Group 2. Back here with Group 2, we are going to be starting it off Cloud9 versus Splice. Cloud9 should probably have this one handily. TSM Triple Trouble, I'm going to be picking... I'm actually... They never had to play in the regional championship. But I think Triple Trouble is going to have this, because last time I picked TSM to go really far in one of these tournaments. They lost on day 1. So I do not pick them at Dreamhacks anymore. G2 versus RG's River Rats, even though they do have Turbo Pulse, I'm going to pick G2 here. And then Rogue versus the Bricks. This is actually a close one. I think the Bricks are going to have it. I think it'll be close, but I think the Bricks have it. Then, upper bracket, I will have Cloud9 going over Triple Trouble and G2 going over Rogue. We've seen this, I believe we've seen this matchup and this matchup. Cloud9 beat Triple Trouble and G2 beat Rogue, both at the World Championships, so very recent results. Splice versus TSM, I'm picking TSM here. Obviously, I told you guys I'm picking Splice to go to day 2. Never said they would win a match in day 2. And then RG's River Rats versus the Bricks. Screw it. We got to go with Randy here. We got to go Randy Gibbons. River Rats going along. But I do believe that is where their journey stops, as they do have Triple Trouble actually making it to the top 8. Sorry, the taskbar keeps popping up. I don't know how to get it away from here. And then Rogue, TSM. I'm actually going to pick Rogue here. I think TSM is a good team. I think they'll make top 12. That's literally nothing to be sad about. That's about where I think they hold their place. About top 12 in the world, about top 6 in Europe, about top 6 NA. Like I said, we have 3 NA teams here, 1 European team for the final day. And then over on this side, we have 3 EU teams and 1 NA team, so 4 and 4. I think this is pretty balanced. The 4 teams that actually made final bracket, I have all of the same teams that made final bracket from Worlds coming here. I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't gonna happen. If I get this right, that's gonna be absolutely insane, but these 8 teams are not gonna end up perfectly here. I'm just telling you now. But it's pretty exciting to watch, isn't it? I'm super excited for this weekend. Like I've said in the past, make sure to subscribe so you will see my nightly uploads on what I do think will happen on the next day based on the previous day. But before we end this video, let's finish it off with my Day 3 Dreamhack Valencia predictions. Back here with Day 3, pretty smooth tournament so far, if it does go like this. But I do believe that this is pretty close to how it's going to end up. I think at least five teams, at least, of these 8 teams get here to Day 3. And if I had to guess, probably 6 of them. I would say wishy-washy teams. Triple Trouble might be wishy-washy. FC might be wishy-washy. I would say Rogue, Cloud9, G2, Vitality, PSG are all my five like nearly certain teams that they're in the top 8. NRG might be a little bit because Fireburner is actually leaving after this tournament unless he wins and then we scheme him back into staying with us forever. No, I don't think so, but I think that they will kind of go out with a bang, and I do think that this will be a pretty good tournament for them. So, these are my guesses. So, the first round or the quarterfinals are going to be best of 5s, the semifinals and finals, best of 7. So, Vitality versus Triple Trouble. I think this is going to be a good match. I think this is going to be one for the ages. I think this is kind of like the big team now. And I think Triple Trouble, the members of Triple Trouble, are going to be very big later. I think all 3 of these members have the potential to lead teams and to kind of win world championships, not necessarily together, but with other support players around them. NRG versus Rogue. I'm actually going to give this one to NRG. I think it's going to be close. I think that Rogue technically went farther than NRG in Worlds, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I think NRG looked good at Worlds, and I think they've been boot camping. I don't think, even though Fireburner's like, I'm done after this one, I don't think he's just been lounging around expecting to lose. I think he wants to go out with a bang, at least make top 8, and I'm super excited. I'm either completely right and NRG is going to do really good, or NRG gave up all hope and they really haven't been practicing all that much. And I'm going to be completely wrong, and NRG will not even make it to Day 3, maybe not even Day 2 if they've just been messing around. Cloud9 versus PSG, pretty easy. I'm actually going to give this one a sweep. I'm a strong believer that if Cloud9 was playing a little bit better, Vitality wasn't as hot. If Squishy was actually feeling a bit better, you guys probably know about the bladder infection. Squishy didn't have that. I'm a strong believer that Cloud9 would have won that tournament. They just didn't turn it on. People always talk about, oh god, I hated this. They were talking about at Worlds, they were like, well, oh no, it wasn't at Worlds, it was at the after party. People were saying, Cloud9 always plays like this. And everyone else plays down here, but when they pop off, they can get above Cloud9. I completely disagree. I think it's like Cloud9, Vitality, NRG are here, and everyone else is like here. And maybe G2 on this group too. And when they pop off, they can literally go anywhere from here, and these teams can only pop off, can go like above them, can win tournaments sometimes, like when the Bricks won the past Dreamhack, or when any of these teams win tournaments, when PSG wins tournaments. I think they pop up, and these the better teams just don't pop off as much. But I think when Vitality, NRG, Cloud9, G2, those 4, plus maybe FC Barcelona, when they pop off, no one can stop them. So I think that Cloud9 is going to pop off and play a little bit better, get a little bit of vengeance for Worlds, because they want to be the highest earned players. Right now, I think it's KDOP, and then the other members of the old Dignitas, Turbo and Violent Panda, and then I believe the Cloud9 members are up there, and they want to be number at least 2, 3, and 4, maybe still under KDOP, because KDOP has won 3 Worlds at this point. So is Turbo, but KDOP's won more recent Worlds, so he's made a little bit more money. And then, obviously, going into our next match off that tangent, G2 versus FC Barcelona. I am a strong believer that G2 is still going to pop off. FC Barcelona looked quite bad at Worlds, and I think G2 is going to be playing just as good as they did. Then, back from the top, Vitality NRG. The NRG KDOP rivalry has been going on for too long. And I think with their last tournament together, NRG is going to pop off. They're going to pick it up. They're going to beat Vitality. Cloud9 plays G2. This is obviously a match for the ages. Cloud9 barely beats them. And then you guys already know how I feel about Cloud9. I think they're the best team in the world. I think that no one can beat them when Cloud9 is playing their game. They're nuts. And I do actually have Cloud9 winning this one because I'm pretty sure Squishy's all healthy and they're all feeling good. So this is my tournament bracket predictions. Not guesses. Not guesses. Predictions. So, guys, make sure to comment down below if you have any other things you need to say. Make sure to check out my Twitter, Munch818RL, where I will be tweeting out every brand new video and other funny Rocket League stuff along with Dreamhack Valencia news. Make sure to check out my Discord link in the description where I do send out new videos and I do special things for the Discord members. Go check it out. Make sure to check out my Twitch, Munch818RL. I will be streaming there very soon. Or just Munch818, not RL. Munch818, I will be streaming there very soon. And then make sure to subscribe for new content. Turn on that notification bell. Like if you did like the video. And comment if you have any opinions down below, guys. And I will see you all next time. Peace.